welcome again to the Mayor's Forum. On March the 29th, the 2016 operating and capital budget was passed by City Council. It is by far the best city budget since I have returned as your mayor, although it still falls far short to provide for our city's present capital needs. This budget provides $4 million in cash for the reconstruction of Michael Drive from Hummel to Snow, Fry Road between Holland and Snow, and Brookdale improvements including water line replacement. This budget further provides community development funding for housing improvements, sidewalk assistance programs, cross-connection elimination, and senior assistance programs. It also restores the senior grass cutting assistance program. This budget also provides new fitness equipment for the recreation center and park improvements at Kennedy Park, including the concession and pavilion improvements. The budget also provides reasonable compensation increases to all city employees for the first time in many, many years. It does, however, still fall short of the resources to meet our pressing and critical capital needs. I want to thank Councilman Rick Salvatore for his leadership and procedural efforts to processing this year's budget. Councilman Jim Mancini's efforts to bring the divisions on City Council together demonstrated his continual growth as a legislator. Councilman Carl Burgio's vast experience in budget challenges was clearly beneficial to the process as well. Freshman member of council Rick Scott proved a quick study in the budgetary process. They deserve the credit for having the patience and persistence to stand up and do what's right for the city. I am most appreciative of the work of our finance director, Greg Single, and his assistant, Martin Healy. I hope you will continue to view the live stream budget presentations. If not, please go to our website to see for yourself. The opposing elements on City Council continue to try to justify their campaign rhetoric while failing to deal with the realities of municipal government operations. Their futile attempt at budget amendments would have placed our city over $7 million in debt. Their reckless attempt to alter our city's financial and debt flexibility was most concerning. The Astorino, McCormick, Troyer budget proposal appears to be even confusing to themselves. If Astorino's presiding over council meetings was a TV reality sitcom, they would be amusing. The reality of doing the city's business deserves so much better. Over the last 2 years, Greg Single, our finance director, and I have provided you with a frank assessment of our city's finances. I have had to make painful cuts and change the way we deliver services to you. These initiatives have proven successful. Over the same time period, Mr. Astorino, in conjunction with the Hometown publication, created and sustained the false narrative that this city has all the money it needs to fix the roads and the sewers. Yet the thrust of the Astorino, McCormick, Troyer budget proposal would plunge the city in debt $7 million. Where was the money that they told you was available to address our infrastructure needs? It's just not there, and quite frankly, it never was. Their exercise in futility was evidence that Greg Single, our finance director, and I have been honest with you all along. The city lacks sufficient funding to meet our infrastructure needs now and in the future. Keep in mind, it is the Astorino hometown forces who told you to vote against the initiatives we proposed. If they were successful, with those additional resources, our city would be well on our way to rebuilding our neighborhoods. please keep viewing council meetings so you could witness for yourselves the machinations of the scripted opposition. You will also see the skill and the dedication of the majority of the hard-working members of City Council working on your behalf. I would like to take this opportunity to share something that has been long overdue. While the legal process has been tedious, through very hard work and coordination by our Economic Development Commissioner, Mike Dolan, our Building Commissioner, Ted Hurst, and our Law Director, Carol Horvath, we have successfully removed 3 more blighted and nuisance and unsafe properties this week using the county demolition funds. These photos show some of the recent demolitions. We will continue our efforts to remove blight from our neighborhood. It is our sincere hope that all the properties will be sold and new housing developed in our neighborhoods. Finally, let me address the controversial fire station issue. In my last report, I informed you of legislation that I had introduced to resolve our fire station manning issues. This ordinance, as proposed, presently is working through the legislative process by our City Council. Today, I am pleased to report that we have filed a settlement agreement and consent decree that will end all litigation over Fire Station Number 2 and the staffing of our fire and EMS services. I am satisfied that this settlement will remedy the issues that were in conflict with our city charter and collective bargaining process. The consent decree keeps both stations open and sufficiently staffed. It restores the lawful authority of the mayor through the safety director and the fire chief to operate and man our emergency facilities. Once council enacts the ordinance I've proposed, citizens on all sides of our town will be ensured top-level EMS and fire protection. This saga, hopefully, is finally over. We are in the process of scheduling another State of the City Town Hall meeting this month at the Ford Intermediate School. Please stay tuned by checking our city website or Facebook page for the upcoming date. Thank you and God bless.